Guys, let's talk about today's newspaper, the Hindu newspaper. Go to Google, type the Hindu newspaper. Go to today's paper news, the first link, and in the front page, the first link says about eye on poll-bound states, Modi to expand cabinet. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will be undertaking an expansion of his Council of Ministers on Tuesday, with 19 new ministers from 10 states, with a nod to upcoming assembly poll in Uttar Pradesh and Uttarakhand, and bolstering the talent pool with doyers, albeit mostly with junior ministers. Director General of the Press Information Bureau, Frank Noronha, confirmed the news of an expansion in the Cabinet Council on micro-blogging site Twitter, saying that it would take place at 11 a.m. on Tuesday. Accordingly to official sources, the expansion is being made keeping in view the need to bring in doers and performers who would deliver on Prime Minister Modi's promise of good governance. The list, sources said, is a mix of political experience, professional competence, and social diversity. The next segment is about Arvind Kejriwal close-eyed held on graft charges. The Central Bureau of Investigation on Monday arrested IAS officer Rajendra Kumar, the Principal Secretary of Delhi Chief Minister Arvind Kejriwal, and four others on corruption charges. They were accused of giving undue favor to a private firm in awarding government contracts worth over rupees 50 crore. The arrest triggered a fresh round of acrimony between the centre and Aam Aadmi Party-led Delhi government, with the latter also pointing out the coincidence of large-scale transfer of senior official by Ministry of Home Affairs from Delhi on Monday without its consent. Mr. Kumar, an IAS officer belonging on to the 1989 batch of Arunachal Pradesh, Goa, Mizoram and Union Territories cadre, and the recipient of the Prime Minister's Award for Excellence in Public Administration in 2006-2007, was handpicked by Mr. Kejriwal and is considered a close confidant of the Delhi Chief Minister. The official was summoned to the CBI headquarters on Monday morning along with the Tarun Sharma, a deputy secretary in Mr. Kejriwal office. The third segment is about the cabinet decide to amend law to give BS key post. The chances of CPI veteran VS Achyutanandam being appointed chairman of the proposed 4th Kerala Administrative Reforms Commission with cabinet rank without any further delay has brightened with the state cabinet clearly an amendment to the Legislative Assembly removal of disqualification amendment bill on Monday. The amendment to the Legislative Assembly Removal of Disqualification Act of 1951 to be tabled in the ongoing session of the Kerala Assembly seek to ensure that Mr. Achyutanandam, who is currently a member of Assembly, does not attract disqualification if appointed chairman of Administration Reforms Commission, which is an office of profit. The fourth segment is about yet another couple seek mercy killing for daughter. In disheartening incident, a couple working as daily wagers escort their daughter 17 to the local court in Madanapalli on Monday seeking mercy killing for her. expressing inability to meet the cost for treatment of blood cancer. Rai Peter Narayan and Syamala of Nirugatapale, locality of Madanpale town, are raking out livelihood doing odd jobs. Their second daughter, Reddy Madhavi, 17, fell sick a couple of years ago and was diagnosed with blood cancer last year. The parents took her to the various hospitals in the Bengaluru, Chennai, Tirupati, and Hyderabad, selling their small properties to meet medical expenses. The girl is pursuing first year intermediate at the Government Junior College of Madanpale. In this backdrop, the parents approached the court contending that they had recently visited a hospital in Bengaluru where the doctor advised them to raise rupees 15 lakhs for treatment. The fifth segment is about government bats for big diesel cars, tells SC that they pollute less. Big and high-end diesel cars have better emission norms and pollute less than commoner small cars. The centre told Supreme Court on Monday, changing the court's blanket ban on fresh registration of diesel luxury car and SUVs with over 2000 cc engine capacity in national capital. Big diesel cars and SUV have better emission norms than smaller cars. Just because a car is big and powerful does not mean it is more polluting. Besides, the more expensive a car, says rupees 75 lakh or rupees 1.5 crore, the better it is equipped against the pollution. The center represented by Attorney General Mukul Rohtgi told the court. Economic impact. Besides, the government warned the highest judiciary that if the 7-month ban based on the December 16, 2015 order continued, global car maker would have to leave India for greener pasture, rendering lakhs of youth without jobs and FDI in a shambles. The sixth segment is about CBI asked to probe cash transfer case. The Madras High Court on Monday directed the Central Bureau of Investigation (CBI) to conduct a preliminary inquiry into the interception of three trucks containing rupees 570 crore in Tripura ahead of the assembly polls. SBI staked claim over the money, saying it was being moved from a chest in Coimbatore to another Visakhapatnam with the RBI permission. Inquiry. Upon inquiry, if any material is found making out cognizable offence, then authorities are further directed to register a case on the complaint dated May 30. Proceed in accordance with law. Justice R. Subha said while disposing of the criminal original petition moved by the DMK represented by its press relations secretary TKS Elangao. In a recent hearing, the CBI had submitted that the case did not warrant a CBI probe. Senior counsel P. Wilson said the apex court has made it clear that the agency could not go into the truthfulness of the case at the complaint stage. When a criminal complaint is made under the Prevention of Corruption Act, the CBI must conduct preliminary inquiry even if the complaint does not make out a cognizable offence. They must close the case and inform the complaint. Under Anti-Corruption Act, CBI is duty bound to probe when a cognizable offence is alleged. The sixth segment is about moms sleeping little dolls. Teresa gets a teary farewell. She is my little doll, my flesh and blood. She has taken sleeping pills. She is sleeping. Let her sleep. Why can't you just let her sleep in peace? Screamed Tulika, the mother of Tarisi, one of the victims of Friday terror attack in Dhaka, holding a family photo close to her chest even as the body was laid on the funeral pyre at the Sector 29 cremation ground here on Monday. They have killed her, but you are Indians. How can you do this to her? Is it not enough that she is dead? Plead Mrs. Tulika, rushing towards the pyre to prevent it from being lit. She was then held by other mourners and taken away. Almost every eye was moist with tears when Teresa's brother Sanchit eventually lit the pyre around 4 p.m., bidding a final farewell to the young girl remembered as vivacious and full of life by her family. Relatives and friends who had gathered in large number could be seen wiping away the tears and hugging each other in consolation. The next segment is about government bats for big diesel car. Sushma Swaraj, a common Twipil leader. External Affairs Minister Sushma Swaraj has a marked preference for engaging a Twitter's Aam Aadmi over those who wield influence. The most followed woman leader in the world with over 5 million followers as per leading diplomacy study 2016 engages with common man on matters ranging from public policy to ordinary. Nearly 64% of replies on micro blogging site were to users with less than 500 followers and 32% of those with 100 followers or less than an analysis of her tweets between May 2011 and June 2016 by the Hindu reveals. Mrs. Swaraj has talked about her stand on policy issues such as FDI, responded to those seeking her blessing on birthday before the exam, and reciprocated to those wishing her on Navratri. A user once tweeted at the Sushma Swaraj BJP ma'am, my mother was your neighbor in Ambala. She tells me you used to win every debate in school, to which she responds, that's correct. Some Twitter users who requested a meeting heard back from her almost immediately. In 2012, a user wrote at the rate Sushma Swaraj BJP ma'am, is there any chance to meet you? Please let me know. I love your speeches in parliament. She responded, please contact my office on telephone number 23794044. We will inform you the time. Her use of social media is more interactive than most political leaders. Due to the careful use of direct tweets and replies, there is an image of politician being sensitive at the voice of citizen and being able to take technology effectively, says Dr. Jyoti Pal, professor at School of Information, University of Michigan, US. BDA told to stop giving alternative sites to land loser. Following large-scale irregulation, the state's government on Monday said it will cancel the system, providing alternative sites to those whose lands have been taken away by Bangalore Development Authority (BDA) for building infrastructure in its layout with validation acquisition process. The decision comes in the wake of an alleged scam. The modulus operandi involves hoodwinking land owners into either selling their property or giving general power of attorney and then handling the properties to the BDA for developing roads in its new layout without the acquisition process. In exchange, the scamsters got alternative sites in old layouts where land prices are high. Replying to debate in the Legislative Assembly, Chief Minister Siddhartha Maya and Bengaluru City Development Minister KG George said the BDA had been instructed to put an end to the illegal process, starting that is 1631 such alternative sites have been given during the BJP regime from 2008 to 2013 and 373 sites in present Congress regime. Mr. George said steps were being taken to cancel such earlier allotment. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and share the video and comment also.